Okay, good morning class. Today we will start with our fourth unit of subject Basics of Marketing. Name of the unit is Consumer Behavior. Consumer Behavior, Subject Basics of Marketing, unit number 4. I, Dr. Rohan Dahivale, welcome you all. Now we will first of all see what is the syllabus of this unit. Here in this unit we will cover consumer behavior, meaning and importance of consumer behavior. Then favorite question of examiner, comparison between organizational buying behavior and consumer buying behavior. Then buying rules of customers or consumers. Then important 5 steps of consumer buying decision process. These 5 steps includes problem recognition, information search, evaluation of alternatives, purchase decision, and post-purchase behavior. So these are 5 steps that we will see in details. Then in the last part of this unit, we will understand what do you understand by movement of truth. Then ZMOT, that is zero movement of truth, and moderating effect on consumer behavior. So this is about unit number 4. This is very small unit, and here according to Bloom's taxonomy we will able to analyze the things, break down the consumer behavior journey into various components and distinguish between various buying rules for a real world marketing offerings, that is for various commodities, goods, services, e-products and e-services. Now first of all we will start with what do you understand by consumer behavior. Consumer behavior is the study of individuals, or it is a study of groups or organizations, and the processes that they use to select, secure, use, and dispose various products, services, experience, or ideas to satisfy their needs and wants. So basically, all those who are buying some products or services, all can be categorized as consumers. So those buyers may be individual buyers or group of buyers, or maybe organization will buy. So consumer can be individual, groups or organization. What process they are going to do? They will select a product, secure a product, use a product or dispose product. So they may select, they may secure, they may use, or they may dispose various products or services or ideas or experiences. Why they are doing this? To satisfy their needs and wants. It is also connected or concerned with the social and economic impact that purchasing and consumption behavior has on both the individual customers or on broader society. Consumer behavior involves all the activities associated with the purchase of the products. Here I am saying products, but it will include products, services, ideas, etc. all. So consumer behavior involves all the activities associated with purchasing, use, and disposal of various goods and services, that including the consumer's emotional, mental, and behavioral response that precedes to follow these activities. So here we are going to see how the consumer behaves emotionally and mentally also. The term consumer can be referred to individual consumers as well as organizational consumers, and more specifically an end user, and not necessarily a purchaser in the distribution chain of goods or services. Now, consumer behavior concern with, so these are various definitions we have just seen. According to Angel, Blackwell, and Master, consumer behavior is the action and decision process of people who purchase goods and services for personal consumption. And according to Bitta and Loudon, consumer behavior is the decision process and physical activity which individuals engage in evaluating, acquiring, using, or disposing of various goods and services they purchase. Now, consumer behavior is concerned with generally 3 parts: purchase activities, consumption activities, and various disposal activities. So, consumer may buy the products or services for purchasing or consumption or disposal. Now, we will see one by one. What are various purchase activities? Those are conducted by the customers. The purchase of goods and services, how consumers acquire products and services, and all the activities leading to leading up to a purchase decision, including information search, information search regarding which type of products are they available in the market, such type of information the customers or consumers are searching. So this will be information search. Then evaluation of various goods and services, those are available in the market. Then various payment methods, including purchase experiences. So these are various purchase activities that is done by consumer. Then what are various consumption activities? Consumption activities are concern the who, where, when, and how the consumption and usage experiences, including the symbolic association and the way of goods are distributed within the families or consumption units. Then lastly, it is disposal activities. Disposal activities are concerned the way that consumer dispose the products and packaging. Maybe it include reselling activities such as eBay and various second-hand markets like OLX. Now, consumer response may be emotional, mental, or behavioral. Emotional response, it is also called as affective. This refers to emotion such as feeling or mood of the consumer. Feeling for a particular product or a process or consumer's purchasing mood is taken care in the study of emotional response of the consumer. Or it may be mental response. Mental response is also called as cognitive response. This refers to consumers' thought processes or how consumers are thinking. Then the next is behavioral response. It is also known as conative responses. This refers to consumers' observable responses in relationship with the purchase and disposal of various goods and services. Now we have seen these definitions. Now we will see the importance of consumer behavior. So, consumer behavior importance. It is important for marketers to study consumer behavior. It is important for them to know the consumers as individuals or consumer as various groups opt for purchase, consume, and disposal of products and services, and how they share their experiences to satisfy their needs and wants. According to Solomon, he stated this in 2009. This helps consumer behavior helps marketer to investigate and understand the way in which consumers behave so that they can position their products and services to a specific group of people and target individual. So it is very much essential for the marketers or companies to understand how the consumers behave. Once they understood the consumer behavior, then they can make the products and services accordingly, or they can position their products and services, or they can modify their existing marketing mix accordingly, so that the each and every target customers or target market can be well serviced. Now, why it is important to study the consumer behavior? We have seen the introduction. Now we will see one by one. First of all, to understand the buying behavior of consumers. Now, what is need for this? The study of consumer behavior helps marketer to recognize and forecast the purchase behavior of the consumers while they are purchasing a particular product. The study of consumer behavior helps the marketers not only to understand what consumers purchase, but also helps to understand why the customers are purchasing the products. So this is to understand the buying behavior of consumer, that is number one. Now number two, to create and retain customers. Nowadays creating customers and Retaining customers through customer loyalty is also a big task in front of marketers. So, according to Theodore Levitt, he says that consumer behavior is most important to marketers in business studies, as the main aim is to create and retain customers. If the consumers are satisfied with the products, he or she will frequently buy the same product, that is again and again. Therefore, products should be marketers to the market in such a way that the convince customers to buy the products. Thus, creating and retaining those customers are important tasks. So that's why it is important to understand consumer behavior. Now, number three, to understand the various factors influencing consumer buying behavior. It is important for marketers to consider various factors that affect the buying behavior of consumers before entering into a particular market. There are many factors that can influence the purchase decision of consumers. That includes social response, cultural influences, then psychological factors, and various personal factors also. Understanding these factors makes marketers to market their product and services on right time to the right place and at the right customers. The marketers need to pay attention to various cultural influences such as religions, values, and norms of people or societies targeted. Also, lifestyle of the targeted customers also is need to be understood. The marketers can propose different strategies that convince the targeted customers to buy markets their products and services. Now we will move toward the next important to understand consumer behavior. To increase the knowledge of salespersons, because these salespersons influence consumers to buy the products or services. All the products and services marketed revolve around the behavior of consumers, that how they will respond to them. Effective marketing of a particular product or services by salespeople may help to deliver right product to right people or customers. Consumer behavior deals with the knowledge of what the customers need and want to buy, and what goods and services are available in the market to satisfy their needs. Thus, consumer behavior deals with particularly with the behavior of people, that is customers. It is important for salesperson to fully aware of the consumer's requirement so that he or she can clearly communicate the benefits to the consumers, the benefits of the products and services to the consumers. Now, fifth important is to understand the consumer's decision to dispose a particular product or service. Disposal of product or services involves throwing away the products by the consumers. This behavior of consumer is very complex and requires more importance by the marketers. Understanding the consumer's behavior about how and when the consumers dispose the products, the marketers or the companies can position themselves so that behavior could be limited. If the products and services that have failed to deliver required or expected satisfaction by the consumers, the product is disposed by the consumers. For this, some marketers track the follow-up from the customers so that they can analyze the reason behind failure of the product. Moreover, in order to retain consumers, some marketers or organizations offer offer customers with various services like exchange of product or money back guarantee, etc. So suppose we can take example of a fridge, like Godrej fridge is there, then maybe after 5 years or 7 years of usage, that will depend on the customers, the company will give offer of exchange to the customers so that their older fridge can be buyback. So for older fridge, if they are getting 10,000 and the new fees they can buy in additional 10,000, such thing can be done by the marketers to retain their customers and to increase the sales of the future products. Now the last is to help marketers to optimize the sales of a product and to create focused marketing strategies. The theories and concept of consumer behavior help marketers to optimize their sales and to create efficient marketing strategies. Moreover, these theories provide marketers with information on the consumer's behavior to spend money, likely causes that incline them to spend more money on a product. And these two information helps to plan strategies that should be practiced by the marketers for successful marketing of a product. There are some factors that need to be carefully analyzed by the marketers, which will help them to increase their sales and develop effective marketing strategies. These factors are discussed as below. To understand consumers' rational behavior, customers' taste and preferences, price of the products, features of the products, and consumers' knowledge about the product. So, after better understanding of consumer behavior, the chances of getting success in the market increases. So, it is very much important for marketers to understand consumer behavior. Now, we have just seen that consumer can be broadly categorized into two parts. One is individual customers or individual organizations. So, who are buying? If the market is B2C, that is business to customers or business to consumers, then we will consider consumer buying behavior. And if the market is B2B, that is business to business, then we will understand organizational buying behavior. Now we will see this difference or distinguish or comparison between organization buying behavior and consumer buying behavior. Now there are various bases or comparison plot. On this comparison plot or parameter, we are distinguishing between consumer buying behavior and organization buying behavior. Now we will see one by one. First of all, we will see what is purpose of buying. In case of consumer buying behavior, the individual customers or consumers may buy goods and services for ultimate use to satisfy their personal needs, or the buying purpose of this consumer is not to earn profit or by reselling the products and services. So this is about purpose of buying. So individual consumers are buying the products for consumption. Organization buying behavior. The organization buy the goods and services for their business needs. The buying purpose. What is the buying purpose? The buying purpose of them is to earn profit, maybe by using or by reselling various goods and services. Now we will see the base, that is quantity. The customers buy or consumers buy various kinds of goods, but the quantity of these goods remains very small or considerably small. They buy only necessary quantities of goods which they need for regular usage, and there is generally no stock. But in case of organizational buying behavior, it is done in large quantities. They use large quantities of each item and must maintain inventories at a high level, enough that they will not run stock out. So if there is stock out, then what will happen? Then their production will be stopped. So they should avoid stock out. So they are purchasing in large quantities and they are maintaining various inventories. It is cheaper and more efficient to make large volume purchases for them. So these are two points. We will see more points. What is how the purchase decision is taking place? In case of consumer buying behavior, consumer buying takes decision by consumers themselves. So decisions are taken by generally consumers. Sometimes they can consult with family members or friends. They need to they need not fulfill any formalities like in organizational behavior. So in organizational behavior, there will be some boss or managers or owner, and there will be a number of buying formalities before buying a particular product or service. So organizational purchasing is a rational process, and it is guided by objective factors having to do with production and distributions. So generally it takes very long time than consumer buying behavior, and the purchase decision is a long term process, and it involves various formalities like they have to uh, go for various quotations, two or three quotations at a time. Then after that, they will scrutiny the quotations, and one purchase person will make a decision that from whom to buy the products and services. So it is a longer process. Now we will see the comparison based like types of goods. Consumers buy many goods to satisfy their personal or family needs. But organizational buying behavior, they are limited goods to use and conduct the business. So whatever the important, only according to their importance, only few items are purchased. So maybe quantity is large, but the variety is less. But in case of consumers, the variety of purchases are large, but the quantities are less. So two more bases we will understand. What is the effect? Consumer buying behavior is affected by age of the consumers, occupation of the consumers, income level, education level, gender, etc. of the consumers. So we have seen that is demographic profile of the consumers. But in case of organizational buying behavior, within large organizations, many individuals and many departments are there. They may involve in the buying decision process. Now, next is what is the buying process? In case of consumer buying behavior, the consumer buying process is very simple. No need to fulfill any formalities, we have seen that, and there is no need to maintain extensive contact with the sellers. But in case of organization buying behavior, buyers and sellers in the organization market must maintain extensive contacts with each other. So this is about buying process. Now we will move towards the next part, which is the base, which is called as market knowledge. Consumer buying behavior. Most of the consumers may not have adequate knowledge and information about market situation, availability of goods and services, who is number one, who is market leader, who is a new entity, etc. So there are n number of factors, but generally, typical customers are not interested in that. They are just interested in buying the products, maybe with good quality or maybe with a cost effective things. The educated customers may be aware of the knowledge, and maybe they are having the knowledge about market and goods. In case of organization buying behavior, organization buyers usually have fewer brands to choose from than the individuals. So here they are having less choice, and their purchase may be evaluated on the basis of criteria that they are specific to overall needs of the organization. Moreover, the organization buyers have full knowledge of the markets and full knowledge of the suppliers. So they are having the list of suppliers and the list of market. So this is about difference between consumer buying behavior and organization buying behavior. Then we will move towards next part, which is various buying roles of consumers. So we are saying that consumer buying behavior, but consumers are also playing various roles. Those various roles includes the initiator, influencer, decider, approver, buyer, user, and gatekeeper. So what do you understand by these various roles? It is like a play. Okay, so we will see these roles of the consumers one by one. Okay. Now we will start with the buying roles. In the early 1970s, the industrial marketing process, the industrial marketing professor Frederick Webster and Jorman Wind developed the buying center concept in order to structure large scale scales in complex and corporate environment. In the early 1980s, the Thomas Bonoma expanded their original list of 5 roles with the role of initiator. The concept then classified as the 6 buying roles for the members of the organization in the buying purchasing process. In a firm, a purchase depends on the person making the purchase decision as well as on the many employees concerned with improving the effectiveness and development of the operations who want to expert the influence. The buying center makes joint purchase decisions as an informal group. Its tasks consist of informal acquisitions, search processes, and development of choice criteria and decision making among the alternatives. The buying center has three important principal aspects. Those are composition, influence, and roles. So what do you understand by composition? Composition includes the size, the hierarchical levels, and the functional areas involved. The influence includes those individuals with the most influence in the buying process. And the roles includes the identification of different roles played by the buying center member. So we are more concerned with these buying roles. Understanding purchasing and consumption behavior is a key challenge for marketers. Consumer behavior is a broad set sense is concerned with understanding both how purchase decisions are made and how products and services are consumed and experiences. Purchase or are the active decision makers. They decide what to purchase, often based on their disposable income and budget. They may change their preferences related to their budget and a range of other factors. Some purchase decisions involve long detailed processes that includes extensive information search to select between the competitive alternatives. Other purchase decisions, such as impulse buys or habitual purchases, are made almost instantaneously with little or no investment of time or effort in information search. Some purchase decisions are made by groups, such as various families, household, or businesses, with other than made like individuals. Where a purchase decision is made by a small group, such as households, different members of a group may be involved at different stages of the decision process and they may perform various different roles. For example, one person may suggest the purchase category. Another person may search for the product related information, while yet another person may physically go to the stores and buy that product and transport it to the home. So, buying roles refer to various activities that one or more persons might perform in buying decision process. So now we will see these seven roles. First we will start with initiator. Who is initiator? Initiator is the person who first suggests or thinks of the idea of buying a particular product or service. So that will be the person who first of all suggests the idea of purchasing. So as he is the first person, we are saying that he is the initiator. Then next is influencer, a person whose views influence other members of the buying center in the making of the final decision is called as influencer. Then next is decider, the person who ultimately determines any part or the entire buying decision process, whether to buy, what to buy, how to buy, and where to buy, etc. Then that person will be the third, that is decider. The next is actual buyer. The person who handle the paperwork of actual purchases is called as buyer. The next is user. Who is user? The person or persons who consumes or uses the product and services is called as user. The next is gatekeeper. The person or persons who control the information or access or both to decision makers and influencer is known as gatekeeper. And lastly, the approver. Approver are mostly in the organization buying behavior and it is not as having any significant role in consumer buying behavior. So who is approver? Approver who authorize the purchases is known as approver. It is also used to indicate the individuals who control the decision making process by controlling the decision process. In a traditional family, the mother often functions as a gatekeeper between the child and his exposure to the mass media and the purchases of toys or products. In an organization, the purchasing agent is often act as the gatekeeper between the end users and the vendor products and services. So again we will see or revise the various roles. The various roles includes initiator, influencer, decider, approver, buyer, user and gatekeeper. So today we will stop. Tomorrow we will see the important 5 steps buying decision process. So if there are any questions, you may ask.